My name is Emma. I'm 32 years old. I work in a small office. My life is pretty quiet and routine. One day, a new boss started at our office. His name is Daniel. He's 40 years old. He's kind, friendly, and always smiling. He speaks in a gentle voice and makes everyone around him feel good. At first, he was just my boss. I'd say hi, give him a quick smile, and get back to work. But after a while, something changed. I started looking forward to talking to him. I loved the sound of his voice. Whenever he looked at me, I felt warm inside. One time he asked, "You doing okay today, Emma?" I answered, "Yeah, thanks," but my heart was racing. He made me laugh. He remembered little things I mentioned in passing. He'd stand close when we talked. At night, I'd find myself thinking about him. I didn't want to, but I couldn't help it. Then one day I noticed his wedding ring. He's married. My heart sank. I felt crushed. I told myself, "You have to forget about him." But it was already too late. I'd fallen in love with him. I never planned it. I never wanted it. But now he's on my mind every single day. I still smile at him. I still talk to him. But inside, it hurts because I know he'll never be mine. Every morning he walks past my desk, smiles, and says, "Good morning, Emma." I smile back and say, "Good morning," trying to act normal. But my heart is anything but calm. It's pounding, whispering, "You love him." Nobody knows my secret. Not even him. In meetings, he looks at the presentation on the screen while I sneak glances at his face. I try not to stare, but it's hard. His voice is soft, his words are kind, and just hearing him speak makes me happy. One day he stood really close to help me fix something on my computer. His hand brushed mine by accident. My heart skipped a beat and my face got hot. He asked, "You okay?" I smiled and said, "Yeah," but inside I wanted to cry. I know it's wrong. He has a wife. He has a family. He's not available. But love isn't always simple. Sometimes it just hurts. Sometimes it stays quiet and hidden, like mine, a secret love. When I get home, he's still on my mind. I sit alone in my room and wonder why I feel this way. I don't have an answer. I only know I can't turn my feelings off. One Saturday, I went to the park to get some fresh air and clear my head. I sat on a bench, watching families and dogs go by. The sun felt nice. I closed my eyes for a second. Then I heard a familiar voice, Daniel's. I opened my eyes and saw him just a few feet away. But he wasn't alone. A woman was beside him, smiling. A little boy ran up to them, followed by a little girl. They laughed together. Daniel scooped up the girl and kissed the top of her head. That woman was his wife. Those were his kids. They looked so happy, like the perfect family. He looked different out there, not like my boss, but like a real husband and dad. Thankfully, he didn't see me. I turned my face away and stared at the trees, fighting back tears. I sat there a long time after they left. I felt empty. I felt small. I kept asking myself why I fell for him, but there was no answer. I walked home slowly. That night I didn't eat, and I barely slept. I just lay in bed whispering, "Forget him, Emma. Please forget him." But my heart wouldn't listen. Monday morning came, and I didn't want to go to work. My heart still felt heavy after seeing him with his family, but I had no choice. I dragged myself to the office and tried to keep to myself. Then Daniel stopped by my desk. He looked concerned and asked, "Emma, are you okay? You seem a little down today." I looked at my keyboard and said, "Just tired." He pulled up a chair beside me and said, "You're a good person, Emma. You're always helping everyone else. You're quiet, but you're strong. You're special. That word, special, hit me hard. Nobody had ever called me that before. I managed a smile, but inside I was shaking. I wanted to tell him everything, to say, I love you, but I couldn't. He smiled one more time and went back to his office. I sat there staring at my computer screen, unable to focus. My hands were ice cold, and my heart felt too full. That night I stood in front of my mirror and whispered, he thinks I'm special. Then I cried, happy tears, sad tears, all mixed together, because I knew he wasn't mine and maybe never would be. One evening after everyone else had left, Daniel and I ended up staying late. We were alone in the office. I wanted to say so much, but fear kept me quiet. He looked at me gently and said, Emma, you're important to me. My heart raced. I felt scared and hopeful at the same time. Then he said, I'm married, but I have feelings for you. You make me feel alive again. Tears filled my eyes. He added, I don't want to hurt my family, but I can't stop thinking about you. I was torn, confused, sad, and full of impossible hope. For a moment I wondered if he might leave them for me, but deep down I knew that wasn't right. I finally said, Daniel, I care about you too, but you have a family. I don't want to cause anyone pain. He nodded slowly and said, I understand. We sat in silence. The room felt cold. That conversation stayed with me, beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. After that night, things changed between us. We stayed professional and kept our distance. No more personal talks. I thought a lot about love, pain, and what's right. Loving a married man is hard, it's full of secrets and sadness. One evening, sitting alone, I made a decision. I told myself, Emma, you have to be strong. You need to love yourself first. I decided to stop hoping he'd leave his family. I decided to focus on my own life and find happiness on my own terms. It wasn't easy. Some days I still thought about him. Some days my heart still ached. But I learned something important. Love isn't always about holding on to someone. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is let go. Slowly, I started smiling again, for real this time. I started dreaming again. I started loving myself. Daniel will always have a place in my heart, but now I feel free. I'm ready for whatever comes next. A new chapter, a fresh start. Thanks for listening to my story. I hope it touched you in some way. Remember, love can be complicated and painful, but loving and taking care of yourself is the most important thing. Better days are always ahead. Take care of your heart. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories and hit the bell so you never miss a new one. Your support means the world. See you in the next story.